You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Top conservative magazine calls it Trump should be impeached, based on an article by Nick Hilden. Trump's paywall presidency, the office, is the product. National Review finally said the quiet part out loud. Trump's Truth Social early access scheme is not some awkward business experiment. It is a paid channel for faster access to presidential announcements, sold to institutions for $60,000 to $100,000 a month. The reporting makes the core fact plain. Trump uses Truth Social for official announcements on personnel, tariffs, and foreign policy. Then his company proposes to let paying clients see those posts first. That is not a social media feature. It is the monetization of public power. Power sits with Trump. The central actor here is not the platform. It is the president. Trump controls the timing and content of the announcements. He is the source of the information, the holder of the office, and the person whose posts move markets. The scheme works because his words matter before they are formally translated into policy machinery. That is the corruption vector. Convert public authority into a private asset, then sell early access to the people best positioned to profit from it. The buyers know exactly what they're paying for. Charles Cook's strongest point is also the most damning. When institutional buyers do not want news in the abstract, they want a head start on Trump's decisions so they can trade on them. The source says as much. In a market built on speed, a few minutes can mean money, and the whole scheme is designed around that advantage. This is not insider information in the accidental sense. It is privilege by invoice. The buyers are not being misled. They are being serviced. Congress is the safety valve that fails on purpose. The article gestures at Congress, but the more important fact is Congress's predictable refusal to act. National Review knows it. Trump knows it. Everyone involved knows that institutional restraint is mostly theater when the people with power have decided not to use it. Warren and Schiff call the arrangement an abuse of office that enriches insiders and undermines everyday investors. That framing is correct, but it still assumes a system willing to police itself. The source gives no reason for that confidence. The likely outcome is not accountability, it is normalization. The media error is calling it a scheme instead of a system. The language of scheme softens the underlying structure. It suggests a clever workaround, a loophole, a clever abuse waiting to be closed. But the deeper pattern is simpler. Trump treats the presidency as a revenue stream, and the institutions around him keep proving they will tolerate almost anything if it is wrapped in process language and a platform logo. That is the real story, not confusion, not innovation, not an unfortunate misunderstanding of how modern markets work. It is the deliberate blending of state power, private profit, and elite access, corruption with a login screen. This is what authoritarian kleptocracy looks like in a polished American form. The office remains intact while the office holder strips value from it. The public gets the bill later, through distorted markets, degraded trust, and the creeping sense that law is for people without leverage. The scandal is not that Trump found a new grift. The scandal is that the system still lets him sell the presidency back to the highest bidder, one premium subscription at a time. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Alternet for today's article. With the automated voice of Kristen, thanks for listening.